Well, hello. We got some running to do, so I thought I'd take you with me. I have to go pick up David's check and cash it for him. I have to get some money for myself anyhow, and then I'm going to go back to the house to bring it to him. He shoots on an archery league with Jim on Wednesday, so I'm just going to see if he just wants to come back to the house now, and then he can take a nap before they go. We're on the bumpy road. Sorry about that. Of course, it's not that it's so bumpy, it's just that it's so icy, because it's a paved road, but it's very cold again today. It's 11 degrees. It really has warmed up quite a bit, ha ha ha, since this morning. When I got up at 9:30, it was 7, so we've gone up 4 degrees. After I go to the bank, then I have to go pick up a card. I was sad to hear that I follow Corinne on Corinne's Space, and her mother's been ill for quite a while, and her mother passed away earlier in the month. So I wanted to get a card to send to her, because you know, that's hard when you lose your mom. Well, it's hard when you lose anybody, but I always say that your mom was there from the very beginning. She's always was there. So, not that your dad wasn't, but I don't know, something about mothers. They have that instinct going for them. And then, so I wanted to get a card mailed off to her. She lives in Scotland, so I have to go to the post office because I'm not exactly sure how much the postage is going to be on the card. But Corinne, I'm thinking about you. I've said some extra prayers for you. Now you got your own special angel in heaven watching over you, so that's a good point right there. I don't know if you saw in the news, but we had a meteor that came to Earth last night, and I called Denise, and we're both oblivious to it. We didn't hear it or see it or experience it in any way, shape, or form, and which is quite unusual because it landed about maybe 5 miles from our house, maybe 6 at the most. Okay, the speed limit's 25. I'm going 25, and the guy behind me is right on my butt. And this is the speed trap that I told you about. So he can pass me, even though it's a double yellow line, if I'm not going fast enough for him, because I am not going to get a ticket just because you don't think I'm going fast enough. Okay, enough of the editorial. But anyway, Gary, Denise's husband, saw it because he was out. He went to pick up Kylie from a girlfriend's house, and the things that I've seen on the TV, it looks so cool. It lit up the sky, there was a boom, and I didn't hear it. I was oblivious to it. I didn't know what was going on. But the things on TV, you know, they show everybody like their surveillance cameras on their houses, and then people use their phones to film it. It looked quite impressive. It really did. So, and I know it's like, you know, whatever, but if there ever was a nuclear attack, I want it to hit right square on my house, because I just want to be done. Oh, another guy. You know what's with everybody? You know, I'm going to pull over so you can get by me because you just think I'm not going fast enough, and I hope you get a ticket, because the speed. This is a school zone right here, so you should only. It's marked at 30, but 25 when school is out. But even still, I'm going 30, and he's way ahead of me now. I can't even hardly see him. He's so far ahead. He's in a hurry to get somewhere. I don't know where, but back to the meteor. It was pretty neat. I saw all the stuff on the TV. I thought this is quite impressive. I was really impressed. I was even bummed though. I was bummed that I didn't get to experience it firsthand. I remember one time we had an earthquake, which is very rare in Michigan, and I was laying on the couch and my mother was sitting on the chair next to me, and the chair was lifted from the couch, was lifted from the ground, and it went boom. And I told my mom, I go, oh my God, what was that? And it was only because that part of my house was on a slab. It was an addition to the house, and so there was no basement underneath. It was just right on the slab. But I thought, what could that have been? Oh well. And that was it. It wasn't until we saw the news that we saw that we had a small earthquake. But I guess they can come around anywhere. But it came there. Alright, let's go to David's house. I was going to go to the bank first, but you know, I got to go to David's house first to get the check. That's my first plan of attack, is to get the check. And then go from there. So stay with me. We'll see what else trouble I can get into, because you know me, I can always find trouble, or should I say trouble always finds me. Okay, Jane the Brit wanted to know what books I'm reading, and these are the two I'm reading right now. Sue Grafton. Unfortunately, she passed away before we got to Z. She started, it was A, B, C, D, E, F, obviously the whole alphabet. But for Sue Grafton, her daughter said the alphabet ended at Y. And I like James Patterson because it's a quick read. Although I don't think James Patterson actually writes these books, because as you can see, it's a James Patterson book written by Howard Ruffin. But I think what it is I think James Patterson gives them the outline, and then the other guy is the one that actually writes the book. Either way, I do like it. Well, tomorrow is our family dinner, and we're going to have a mean roast, as my family calls it. So I'm going to put the recipe up tomorrow once I get finished. I always cook my roast the day before, and then slice it up so the pieces are a little thinner tomorrow, and then put some gravy on top and heat it up. So I'll show you that tomorrow. But in the meantime, there's a new subscriber that sent me a recipe that I want to try. She's called Weight Watchers Mother of One. I'm going to put her link down below. But she did a recipe today for a 7-point beef stroganoff that looks delicious. So I'm going to try that probably one day next week. I'm going to make that for Jim and I. If it goes over well enough with just Jim and I, I'll probably have that one night for a family dinner. I'll have to increase the recipe a little bit, but it'll still be the same amount of points. But check out her video and subscribe to her if you're new to her channel. Well, I planned on having tacos for dinner, and I figured out all my points with all the ingredients that I had at home, and it would have been way too many points. So I went to Kroger's, and I bought lower fat items. I tasted the sour cream. I'm not too sure about that. I've had the refried, fat-free refried beans before, and I did like them. And the cheese tasted okay. I took a little bit of that, but I don't know about the sour cream. We'll see. So anyway, here's my dinner. Okay, I'm going to have 2 tacos, and then the little side dish, I had some refried beans and some black beans and tomato, and the rest of my sour cream and the rest of my cheese. I have 2 tablespoons of olives on my burritos. That's 1 point. 8 points for the 4 ounces of ground chuck left over from yesterday. 2 points for the 2 wraps. 2 points for the 4 tablespoons of fat-free sour cream. 4 points for the 1/3 cup of reduced fat cheese. And 0 for my black beans, my refried beans, the tomatoes, the tea, the water, and the taco sauce. It's a 17-point dinner, so I had 1 point left. So I bought the Mexican style blend shredded cheese reduced fat. It's 3 points for a 1/4 cup, but I did 4 points for a 1/3 cup because I put some on my extra beans. I did slice up a tomato. There's my olives. I don't know about the sour cream. I probably should have just used the 2 tablespoons, but whatever, tried it out. And there's my measuring spoons and my measuring cup. The seasoning pack was 0. There's the leftover beans and refried beans. I got the fat-free Old El Paso refried beans and the La Pridia. They were on sale, black beans. These are the olives that I used, my Ortega sauce, and the Ola Extreme Wrap, the tomato basil for 1 point. So we'll see how this dinner goes. It does look good, I'll give it that, but I don't know about that sour cream. Okay, I was right. I did not like that sour cream. I'll just use the extra points and use my regular. Maybe I should try a low-fat sour cream rather than a fat-free sour cream. But no. It was like I took my regular sour cream and put water in it and mixed it together with water. It was just, I mean, obviously I didn't die. I'm alive. I didn't gag. But it just wasn't as good. But, you know, live and learn. I'm just really proud of the fact that I went to the Kroger's and got all the right ingredients so that I could have a healthy, point-wise burrito. So, that's about it. Tomorrow I'm going to meet my friends for lunch, family dinner. So I got a busy day ahead of me tomorrow. So I will see you guys in the morning.